I also, like, I've done, I self-medicate. I drink to, like, work with anxiety, and I can't sleep, so I drink till I fall asleep. Like, I don't even fall asleep, I just pass out. I have anxiety, but not anxiety, insomnia, so I'm just like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Yep, I'm operating on brainstem and nearly dead, but at least I get through the night. I tried ecstasy to help with anxiety. Ecstasy's not bad, but it's not as great as you would imagine. I wanted the stereotype of ecstasy, like, I get high and then I grab my cat and I just rub him on my face, like, oh Brandon, you're so great, this is the best thing I ever felt in my whole life. I wanted, like, some guy bumps me a cigarette and I just give him a hand job as thanks, like, all right, thank you. Oh, and it's a menthol, I don't have to brush my teeth for like 3 days. But that's not the case. Ecstasy for me is going, I'm all right with this. I stand there and go, this is fine. There's people in my house at 4 a.m., I don't give a shit. Like a normal person. But the hangover with ecstasy, that's the motherfucker, is it sucks all the serotonin out of your system. Serotonin is what makes you feel good. It takes it all out of your system. So you're dealing with the inevitable hangover, but on top of it, you're more sad than you've ever been. So somebody says, Levi, how are you doing? And you go, I'm not well. Well, what's wrong? I just feel like all the puppies are gone. I don't know where they went, and I don't know how to get them back, but I already missed their breath. So I can't do that. Hey, you wanna hear a fun story about me? This is a thing that happened to me that is embarrassing. I needed new pants because I got holes in the butt of my pants. So I took 2 shots and drank 2 beers, and I went to H&M and I shot for pants. And I found pants and it went fine. I didn't deal with anybody. I wasn't paranoid about people stealing my shoes in the dressing room. And I was pretty stoked about everything that happened until I got to the counter. Then all hell broke loose in my head. The person in front of me, the cashier, said, are you doing anything awesome this weekend besides shopping? And immediately my head went, why the fuck is he asking him that? He doesn't give a shit. I know he doesn't care. He's a fucking cashier. He hates it. Why is he Oh, it's because of this goddamn corporation. This stupid company is making him ask him that so that the customer feels welcome and he wants to come back. And then I went, all right, I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to sympathize. I'm going to sympathize with the cashier when he asks me that. So I walk up. And he asked me that question, and I sympathized by going, you don't care. And he goes, no, really, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, no, seriously, I know you don't care. I've been a cashier. I know that you don't like me. I'm the only guy all day that you can openly not care about. Let's just get on with this. I was like, no, seriously, what are you doing this weekend? And without even batting a fucking eye, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go do a shitload of blow, find a bathhouse, and play chicken with my future. And it ruined his day. I could tell that because he didn't say a fucking word to me. That chatty Cathy motherfucker stopped all sounds coming out of his head. He didn't break eye contact though, because I might fuck him, apparently. And he handed me my bag. And I took the bag, I set it on the counter, I put a cigarette in my mouth. I didn't light it, I'm not a monster, but I knew that I was gonna have a lot of things in my hands and that would be easier when I got outside. And I turned around, middle-aged couple behind me. They both take 2 steps back, just like this. Mouth agape, wife goes behind the husband, as if I'm some kind of intruder in the store. And he goes, oh my God. And I say, with a cigarette dangling out of my mouth, like some kind of drunken 1960s beat poet, I go, you all have a nice day. And I hate that I did that. I just ruined their whole fucking day. I know that I did. Because they've got like 7 kids. They look like 4 Eagle Scouts and 3 little pieces of shit they're gonna buy nice dowries for their wedding. And they tell those kids all the time, don't do drugs or alcohol because you're gonna go crazy, and then they point out a homeless person. I was beep-booping on my fucking cell phone, and I bought $150 worth of pants, and they just realized, oh my God, you can be that guy and still be fine. That is a future for my kids, maybe. And I hate that because the day before, I was at Walgreens buying fucking cigarettes, and there was a lady on her phone, and she wouldn't pay because she was on her fucking phone, And I decided to step in and go, hey, you know that turns off. Way to go, Levi, you just saved the fucking day. You just saved everything. No, I didn't, but she got all huffy. But the whole time I was thinking, she spent 50 years being a fucking asshole and nobody ever told her. Nobody ever told her she was a goddamn, and I was that asshole. We're all hypocrites. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of like it's interesting to think about hypocrisy. When you're poor, because when you're rich, it's on a grandiose level. When you're poor, it's on like you go to fucking Smith's, and you're like, I'm not gonna buy Kroger because they're anti-gay, and I'm not supporting this nightmare, and so on and so forth. And then you look at Jiffy, and you're like, $2 more, this can't be the price of equality. And you buy the Jiffy. That's what you do. Like you have a girlfriend, and you're like, Amanda Jo seen me through thick and thin, she's my girl, and never do anything wrong to her, so, and then a week later you're like, she doesn't understand my fantasy football. Fantasy stud Cam Newton can suck my fucking dick with his 3 interceptions. I don't understand why she doesn't get my passion and the fact that I put $15 on this league. Fuck her, oh my god, that barista's got some nice teeth. So there's a hypocrisy there, it's fine. But when you're rich, you see people, they're like, you know what? I just want my children to appreciate all of God's creatures, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them to the zoo and show it, and you go, zoo? Are you fucking, the zoo is it's a shitty solution to a shittier problem. You know what zoos are? Is basically rich white people kill a ton of things, and instead of saying, hey, can you not do that? There's only like 6 left. Can you not kill them all? They go, no, we just put them in a cage so that we can see them. We just want to see them in kind of their natural habitat. And then they go, well, they don't look so happy. It's because you killed everybody they knew. And they're sitting in a fucking box. Well, my grandfather's really into dominoes. We played dominoes our whole life, so I bought him an ivory domino set for $1,000. It's made out of baby elephant teeth. Why did you have to do that? That makes no sense to me. Why don't you just not do that? In Africa, they put people outside of a reserve and they shoot people that shoot animals, so why don't we shoot people that buy domino sets? I don't get it. And then other things, like, I just love the environment. I want to take my kids out to enjoy this beautiful planet, so I took them skiing, and like, skiing? Have you seen that ski resort in the summer? They just peeled the side of the mountain off. They gave that mountain the worst facelift in the history of humanity, so that you can scoot down it. I just love the outdoor. What does that mountain do in the summer while it's waiting for you to scoot down? It just waits. I'm gonna scoot down it later, so it just waits. You buy a fucking fiberglass-made snowboard out of a smog-spewing factory in Thailand that was made by some 6-year-old that would rather make $6 a day making snowboards and get fucked by white tourists. Yeah, way to go. Oh, I just got dark. Let's not do that anymore. We'll talk about one more thing. This isn't necessarily, but no, it's super dark. I was single, and still am. And a friend suggested to me, you should get a pocket pussy. And I blew up on it. That's the saddest point of a person's life. That's like saying, I'm never gonna see a vagina again. So it's a fleshlight. You guys know what a fleshlight is? It's like a fake plasticky vagina that they put in a canister so you can fuck it, because you're just like, well, I'm never gonna see a pussy again, and my hand is just, I'm getting sick of that. So I'm just gonna fuck that. And so they disguise those things. A fleshlight, like they'll put like a label for a cream of chicken soup, like Campbell's cream of chicken soup. Like you're just gonna leave a fucking cream of chicken soup on your dresser. Oh, that's my lucky soup. What do you want me to do? Don't touch it. It makes no sense to me. And here's the sad, you've gotta clean that motherfucker. Because you're not gonna respect the cream of chicken soup. You're not gonna, I don't know where you've been, cream of chicken soup. You don't know where I've been, I better put on this condom. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna fuck it like bareback. And you're not gonna pull out and come on the label. I don't want it, we don't need another little can of cream of chicken soup running around. No, you're gonna come, or somewhere, you're not gonna come on yourself because that's gross. So, and then you you can't dishwash the motherfucker because then it's gonna get all loose. You don't need a loose fake pussy. So you gotta get one of those ear squeegee things, like for babies. They used to like take boogers out of their nose and like clean out ear infections. You gotta fill it with like half hydrogen peroxide and half water. And you gotta like squirt it, and then you find an old toothbrush. You don't wanna use a new one because it can screw your mouth. And then you gotta like scrub it out, and you're doing that naked because you can't leave it. You can't leave it for like 20 minutes. When does cum go bad? Who knows? You gotta get it right away. So you're like scrubbing it out, but the whole time your dick's just doing this thing, which is basically like a sad donkey going, no. I never wanted to be here. And no woman has ever like found your pocket pussy. Like when I see a dildo or a vibrator, I'm like, oh, I can utilize this to hide my shortcomings. No woman has ever been like, you fuck that can of cream and chicken soup. I'm like, you fuck that like you might fuck me. Oh, God. Like I said, men are fucking terrible. Okay, so back to the cum shot thing, and then I'll get the fuck off of here. Like, they want to come on your face. Like, it's so weird. So, okay, if women didn't laugh at that joke, it's because they're trying to figure out when they decided that the right to vote was enough. And that's fine. But, boo? That's fine, you can boo me all you want. I'm not gonna come on you. But if men aren't laughing at that joke, it's because they're trying to figure out how they can tell their girlfriend or convince their girlfriend that they still want to do that without telling her that they haven't come on themselves in years. They just put a towel over their chest now because they get all mixed up in the belly button. It's hard to get out of there. And they haven't come in the shower in fucking 15 years because by the time you're 17, you come in the shower, that shit gets stuck to your leg hair. It holds on like a Thai child in a tsunami. And you gotta uproot the motherfucker just to get it off of there, and they still want to come on your eyelashes. It's a fucking monster. There you go. There we go. I'm all done. That was a shitload of fun. Thank you very much. Talk into my beer. God damn it.
Levi, round you guys one more time for me.